Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 6. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. A local organization is offering a scholarship to those looking to start their own business. What you need to know and do to get started and to qualify so that you can start your path to becoming an entrepreneur. And a moving company that employs local college athletes is also helping families in need. How they help those dealing with domestic violence. Allison?
And we are tracking cool temperatures as we head into the overnight hours, but we'll be seeing an increase in winds tomorrow. I have more details on the wind advisory when 23 ABC News at 6 starts right now.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. A local group in our community is offering a scholarship for people to start their own businesses. 23 ABC's Leslie Gooden shows us how they are teaming up with an app that's aimed at walking you through the steps you need to do to get started. Leslie?
If you're looking to get your business off the ground, organizers say this app will help you take care of everything you need. While the scholarship is open to everyone in Kern County, the organization is targeting potential business owners in an area of Bakersfield that they say is often overlooked.
The MLK Community Initiative is really more about a group in this community and those who care about this community working collaboratively to really be able to help the Southeast area, specifically the MLK and Cottonwood area, to thrive.
Arlena Waller is the founder of the MLK Community Initiative Group, aimed at revitalizing, providing resources and support for the people who live and work in Southeast Bakersfield.
Because one of the things we consistently hear from the residents and those that come to our meetings is we need more jobs. Obviously, we have to get this community up to a place where it can thrive so that businesses can come out here and offer more jobs.
That's why the group is encouraging entrepreneurship to help bring in and build up homegrown businesses. They're partnering with the Started Up app, which is a step-by-step tool on how to start your own business.
The Started Up program helps people with an assessment that tells them their strengths and weaknesses in terms of the skills that they might need to be a successful entrepreneur. And then after they've taken that assessment, it actually helps them put together a simple business plan, and it connects them with a mentor from the CSUB Small Business Development Center.
John Paul Lake, treasurer for Seed Corps Foundation, says the app makes it easy for new business owners to figure out how to get their business license, permits, and potential funding resources. The app normally costs $40 per month, but the MLK Community Initiative, in partnership with Bank of America and the Seed Corps Foundation, will be giving out scholarships to 50 people in Kern County to start their business.
In meeting with the MLK Community Group, we know that they're doing some great work in Southeast Bakersfield, and that's an area that really needs a lot of economic development. And we believe that by helping promote economic development, we can improve quality of life.
Waller says it's just the beginning of addressing the MLK Southeast Corridor's need of economical support to bring in more jobs, affordable grocery stores, and new infrastructure.
There's so many diamonds in this area, so many brilliant individuals in this area, and if they can get that kind of support through Started Up, it's a game changer for this community.
While the organization is focusing on the Southeast Corridor, you do not have to live there to apply for one of the scholarships. If you'd like more information on how to apply, they're hosting an informational meeting next Tuesday. And we have all those details about it on our website, turn23.com. For now, in studio, Leslie Gooden, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
New developments tonight. Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer announced today a conviction in an invasion of privacy case involving a former candidate for the Tehachapi City Council. According to the DA's office, a Kern County jury found James Davies guilty of the single count of unlawful recording of a confidential communication. According to court documents, on May 7th of last year, Davies went to the Tehachapi Police Department to speak with Chief Kent Kroger. The chief agreed to meet with Davies. While within the department and the chief's office, Davies secretly recorded the conversation with the chief. After the conversation, Davies left the department and posted a video of the conversation on a Tehachapi-based Facebook group. The defendant admitted to secretly recording the conversation and posting it online and acknowledged that he did not receive consent to record the conversation. As mentioned, James Davies was a former candidate for the Tehachapi City Council. Davies' sentencing is scheduled for February 19th, where he faces a sentence of up to 3 years in jail for felony eavesdropping. The Bakersfield Police Department is asking for your help in identifying 2 suspects involved in a commercial burglary. Take a look at these surveillance photos released by the Bakersfield Police Department. Police officials say on November 16th of last year, the suspects entered Fallas, a business located at 2300 White Lane near Hughes Lane. Once inside, the suspects went to the rear of the store where one of the suspects forced entry into an office area and stole property. We have full descriptions of both suspects available on our website right now at turnto23.com. Anyone with information is asked to call BPD at 327-7111. Bakersfield police also need your help tonight in identifying a woman suspected of a hit and run and theft. According to police officials, it happened Monday, November 4th of last year. The suspect was involved in a collision in the parking lot of the Marketplace on Ming Avenue. During the incident, the suspect took the victim's phone and left the scene. The suspect was seen driving a vehicle described as a tan 2005 Lincoln 4-door sedan with paper plates. Again, anyone with information is asked to call BPD at 327-7111. The sheriff's office has announced the arrest of 6 people on outstanding warrants during a sweep operation Wednesday. According to KCSO, a warrant sweep was held at more than 24 locations throughout the Bakersfield area. During the sweep, KCSO made 6 arrests, 3 people on felony warrants and 3 on misdemeanor warrants. If you have information on a crime or a fugitive, you are asked to call the sheriff's office at 861-3110. Governor Gavin Newsom unveiled a $222.2 billion budget proposal today with plans to spend part of a projected $5.6 billion surplus on green technology and homeless aid. In a press conference today, Newsom touted the strength of California's fiscal outlook after 10 years of consistent economic growth. Newsom's plan would steer more money to Medi-Cal, the state's health care program for low-income people. Part of that expansion would boost assistance for homeless people and mental health care. The budget proposal would also direct $750 million from the anticipated surplus to organizations that help homeless Californians. According to Newsom's office, that money could be used to pay rent, build housing, and improve shelters. Newsom's announcement kicks off months of negotiations between his office and the legislature. He'll release a revised proposal in May. Newsom and lawmakers have until June 15th to pass a budget in time for the start of the upcoming fiscal year on July 1st. County supervisors are expected to vote next week on the next step toward approving a new low-barrier homeless shelter. It's an agreement between the county and the Community Action Partnership of Kern in making CAPK the sole source provider to operate the shelter. Documents indicate the shelter is expected to be completed by next month. If approved, the agreement will be in place for a 3-year term beginning January 14th, the day of the meeting, and ending January 13th in 2023. The board is expected to vote on the agreement on Tuesday. And the board is asking for public comment from anyone potentially impacted by the governor's increase in regulations on the oil industry. If you remember, in November, Governor Gavin Newsom issued a moratorium on permits for wells using high-pressure steam to extract oil. The board is asking for the oil community to attend Tuesday's meeting and discuss the economic impacts the restrictions cause. Next week, Governor Newsom's administration says they will attend the meeting to discuss how the state's restrictions impact us locally.
Well, Kern County had a relatively quiet day, calm conditions and clearing skies, and that's what you can expect as we head into the evening hours. But the sun has set, so those temperatures dipping down into those upper 40s, but that is still warmer than what we were feeling this time yesterday. But we are seeing areas still in the 50s, Arvin, McFarland, as well as Buttonwillow, 41 degrees in Lake Isabella and 36 in Tehachapi. But those overnight lows here in the valley dipping into the upper 30s, so definitely going to be chilly, and you can expect those conditions to continue. But if we do see those clearing skies in the early morning hours tomorrow, tracking the chance for that dense to patchy fog, mainly in the northwestern portion of the valley. And that threat is going to be continuing as we head throughout the weekend. But good news for Alta Sierra, they did receive snow yesterday, so they will be open this weekend. A high of 38 degrees tomorrow with those clear skies. I have more details on what you can expect right here in the valley coming up next.
We have a traffic alert for you tonight. Drivers using Highway 43 near Stockdale Highway for their commute should continue to expect delays as work is still being done on a roundabout being built at the intersection. The contractor for the new roundabout at the Highway 43 and Stockdale Highway says work there will now continue until next week, possibly ending on Wednesday, January 15th, weather permitting. Flagging personnel will be stopping traffic on Stockdale Highway and 43 between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. each day. Drivers should anticipate anticipate having to stop up to 10 minutes and are encouraged to use alternate routes or allow extra time to reach their destinations if they must travel through the intersection during the time period. Officials encourage drivers to slow down and watch for construction workers and equipment while driving through the work zone. The economy added 145,000 new jobs last month. That's 100,000 fewer than in November and about 40,000 less than the average over the past 3 months. It was enough to keep unemployment at 3.5%, which maintains the historic low. November saw a massive boost to new jobs when General Motors workers returned after a strike. The retail sector helped in December when it added 41,000 jobs for the busy holiday shopping season. The manufacturing sector continues to see a net loss in jobs. Wages grew at just 2.9% last year, but low inflation amplified the spending power of those modest gains. Experts say as long as the economy adds 100,000 jobs each month, that's enough to keep up with population growth. You've more than likely seen their commercials on TV. Meathead Movers, the company that employs local college students to help move people around the state. But did you know they also help local families in need? The California-based company with locations here in Bakersfield, as mentioned, hires student athletes from Cal State University, Bakersfield, and Bakersfield College. They give them a space to work out and they have them help people move. But they also serve another purpose as part of the company owners Aaron and Evan Steed's mission to also give back to the community. Aaron Norton, operations manager for Bakersfield, says their boys also help domestic violence victims by helping them move and escape from dangerous living situations at no charge.
From the very beginning in 1997, the Steeds always wanted to give back, and they thought, look at all this manpower, these trucks that we have. What better way to serve the community than help people, help victims of domestic violence?
According to Norton, last year, Meathead Movers conducted 130 domestic violence moves. Norton explained the way they help is by partnering with local domestic violence shelters who help connect them with families who need help moving. Still to come here on 23 ABC News at 6 in sports. Bakersfield College baseball preparing for opening day at the end of the month. We'll show you how their team is shaping up. Allison?
And we will be seeing passing clouds tomorrow, but an increase in those mountain and desert winds. More details